You look yesterday, Willie, at the Washington Post article by Bob Costa. They know, and they're admitting now, they can't win these legal lawsuits. They're admitting in front of courts there is no fraud as a matter of law. They're admitting there's no way forward in any of these legal challenges. So now they're moving on and they're going to try to disrupt the electors, doing something that is grossly undemocratic, grossly un-American, and something that will stay with this Republican Party for years to come. They know it's over, and yet they won't do anything about it. Willie, we've ridden the riptide long enough. It's time for America to move forward. Get out of it, start swimming back toward the shore, and get on firm ground. Start planning for a peaceful transfer of power. Start planning for distributing vaccines. Start planning to win this war on the coronavirus. Start having our commander-in-chief talk to our allies and our adversaries. It is past time. Obama gave Trump that advantage. Every president has done that in the past. There is no excuse for Republicans to not start moving forward now. Lives depend on it. And their continued foot dragging is not only wrong, it's un-American.
And let's be honest, there was no excuse from the very beginning. I mean, they all knew where this was headed. They all saw the vote, but they said, let's let this play out. Now, they never did that before. They didn't do it in the races that they won in the House. We've talked about that, or in the Senate. They didn't do it in 2016. They congratulated the winner immediately. But we'll stipulate that and say, you have a president right now, and we should never take this as routine, even with this president, a president who in the middle of a pandemic that is raging out of control, where we've just crossed 250,000 deaths, as you said, who is holed up at the White House, rage tweeting in all caps that an election was stolen from him. How much longer do you let this go on, Republicans in the Congress? How much longer do you let him do that? How many more people die? How much more space, as you put it, do you give this man? It's time, as Joe said, and let's go through that reporting in the Washington Post from Robert Costa, that the strategy has now apparently changed from the Trump campaign from attempts to disqualify votes to actually disrupting the Electoral College. The Post is reporting the Trump campaign wants to delay certification of the vote long enough to cast doubt on the legitimacy of Joe Biden's win and to change the process for selecting electors. Two anonymous Republican sources tell the Post Rudy Giuliani wants to pressure Republican lawmakers and officials around the country to stall vote certification, then to have Republican lawmakers choose electors to disrupt the Electoral College meeting next month, and that President Trump is in favor of this plan. But Post also reports the outcome appears impossible. It is against the law in Pennsylvania, for example. Wisconsin law gives no role to the legislature in choosing presidential electors, and there is little public in the other states to pursue such a path, according to several people familiar with conversations. Giuliani is regularly conferring with former White House strategic advisor Steve Bannon, one of the architects of Trump's 2016 victory.
Wait, is Bannon not in jail? Wait, is he not in jail?
He's ironically, Joe, he's currently awaiting trial for fraud, which is what he's sort of trying to mastermind this operation.
So that's Willie. That's who the White House is going to. Giuliani is going to a guy who's convicted of fraud, or who's being tried for fraud right now.
Yes, who was arrested on a yacht, you'll remember, this summer, and is being tried for fraud, and has wished violence on Anthony Fauci and others most recently. So that's where we are. We should just point out again that this stuff is failing again and again and again in the courts. The courts are holding up in the face of these preposterous arguments made by Rudy Giuliani and others. So they can do what they're going to do. Let them do that. But again, where are Republicans on Capitol Hill? Where are they right now? How much longer do you let this go on?
And at this point, where's Mitch McConnell?
Yep.
Yeah. You know, Mitch has said you got a right to count the votes. I agree. You have a right to bring your legal challenges forward. I agree. But then it's time. The legal challenges we know now, and Republicans in Congress know. Mitch McConnell knows. The legal challenges have all failed. They're going to fail. There's no way forward for this president.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.